Bingo. Bongo. All right. How is everybody doing? I want to welcome you to another episode of Forge 2.0. I hope we're all doing good. I'm your host, Brandon, a.k.a. The Wild Man. All right. What do we got? So we've been doing good. I was, knock on wood, haven't had to upgrade the laptop. And even if we did, I got everything written down in the book so I know exactly what we're talking about and where to go. Last night had a great show. Finished off, got squeezed in one episode in 5 minutes. Took 44 minutes, squeezed it in 5. Had a great time. If I talk a little funny today, or tonight's episode, it's because I bit my tongue 4 times in the same spot. From like 1:30 to about 2:20. I was just like, oh. It sucked. Let me tell you. It was not the best of hours, 45 minutes or whatnot. But tonight's episode is affectionately called Define the Odds. Okay? Now, sorry about that. I think I was pushing my buttons on my car. So, what do we got? That's the definition of define the odds. The free dictionary. What the hell's a free dictionary? Never heard about that. Excuse me. Define all odds definition. There's a definition. Define the odds means succeeding in a task where most people think you would fail. Okay? The odds are against you, yet still you overcome. Okay? You still supersede your expectations or the expectations other people thought about you. Okay? Good stuff. It's always important to, how could I say this? I would say never show everything that you're capable of. Just give a little taste. That's what I would say. Never show anything. Never show all your skills. It's just like for my MMA people, okay, or my boxers, right? When you're training, you don't want to show everybody everything because you know there's going to be people taking pictures so that somebody can work up a strategy. Okay, so I see he does this, but sometimes he likes to slip this. So I can look. I see how he runs. When he goes to slip it in, boom, 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 I come over the top. Hey, good evening, Matt. What's going on, brother? So you don't always show everything. You show a little bit. Sometimes, and I knew a couple people like this when I was heavy into training myself, they would show something where they would kind of like they would mess up. Like they would go to throw a kick and trying to, open themselves up. And they did that on purpose because they know you're either going here or you're going here. Those are the only moves you can do where something's coming in and might connect. So they would do that, and right when they did it, boom, boom, bing, and that was it. I did have a couple of my buddies. I did have a chance at at sparring with them back when I used to spar, and they'd do it, and I'd see them do that move, and instead of just going in, I'd be like, I am not an asshole. I am not doing that. You better try. And I would just bull in, and I would change it up on them. So you got this, and just come at them. We had great times. Good times. Good times. I'm still looking. I would like to look and find a Honestly, I would love to get back into Muay Thai. Love to get back into Muay Thai. Love it. Of late, I've been doing. Now, I don't recommend this to everybody because this is just me, some of the training. But I've got a burlap bag, 3 of them, pushed into each other. Right now, I only have 12,000. I'm going to go to the store tomorrow and buy another 12,000 BBs. So that's going to be 24,000 BBs. So what you do is you throw in a show, like an hour long, maybe a movie 2 hours, and for an hour, I'll punch this sack. Okay? You condition your hand. I'm getting older. Got to keep tough, and then I'll do it with the other one. I had a friend tell me, like, why do you do that? And I said, why? Put them up. And we put them up, and I said, boom! And he goes, okay, now I know why you do it. I go, yeah. I go, because it conditions your hand. I said, so when you, God forbid, like I said, I don't condone violence. This is a last resort. You use this. Use this, until this doesn't work anymore. And if you can't walk away after that, and they go to throw something at you, then these come out. That's it. Just throw haymakers. Yeah, can't do it. I don't like haymakers. Haymakers, you end up thrown. If they're real serious and they've had some training, you end up with a broken arm. No, haymakers are for people that is drunk that aren't going to fight. No. But no, I prefer to get in there and dismantle somebody versus just sit there and throw slugs. Go back and forth. Nobody wants to do that. I always got a kick, though, and I know I'm not taking anything from MMA, okay? Everything else. I mean, these guys, phenomenal athletes. They put the blood, the sweat, the time in. All the praise to these people. Big props, ups, whatever you want to call it. But out of the 4 senseis I've had, all of them have said, if the fight goes to the ground, it's lasted too long. And it kills me that nowadays we don't have that many more. We don't have a lot of strikers anymore. It's all, let me just bend your arm behind you and make you tap out or twist your leg up. It's like you go through all this and you might do a jump knee to get him on the ground and then you just twist him up. It's like, come on, guys. I know some things you can't do. It's taken out of your toolbox. I hate that it is. You should be able, and I understand, it's a fight. Everything's fair, except for grabbing the guy's dick off or something like that or poking in the eye. We don't want that because then they can't really fight anymore. Work on your legs first thing it gives you. Oh, I know. Oh, believe me, I do every day, But I would like to see some technique. I want to see some back and forth. I know they just focus on throwing punches, kicks, and then let me twist your arms up. And it's like, but you guys are so much more than that. Just, a punch and a kick, and then let me bend you around. No. I mean, if it was, then you would just be doing judo or jiu-jitsu. Okay? And I'm not taking anything away. Mingya, believe me. You ever have a chance to train with any of the Gracies or anybody that's trained with them and they acknowledge or vouch this one is good, you train with them as long as you possibly can. Okay? Because the information, the knowledge, and the experience you can gain is priceless. Okay? You can't put, it's huge. I just found out the other day that they have a place here in Rochester, someone that's trained with them, and there's a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu place here. I'm going to go look it out. I know I want Muay Thai because I'm a striker by nature. But still, it doesn't hurt to be a well-round fighter. Like, But, I just take that, and I see, there you go. We can turn that in. Define the odds. Some of these guys get older and they still come back and they still can throw down. And yes, the fight's each match is only 3 minutes. But you got to figure. the whole adrenaline leading yourself up there. You're not psyching yourself out, but you're just pumped, pumped, pumped. And I know people think, oh, it's a fight. No, there's a difference being in a fight with somebody where on the street and this dude's trying to kill you versus in the ring. Okay? You know that, I mean, they really can't you're just there, take out the other person, make him tap, or you knock him out. That's it. Okay? So it's you still give it to those guys, those late 30s to 40-year-olds that get in there and fight and go the rounds. They're going against the odds, defying the odds. You know, hell, what do they say when they did? I know it's just a movie, but still, it was still a good reference. Rocky, in the last Rocky where he fights the dude, he was like what, 50? And yeah, he was in great shape. Yeah, I know it was a movie, but still, defying the odds. Going against, you're going to kill yourself. We don't want you to kill yourself. He went in and he stood toe to toe. Military teaches the thumbs in the eyes. Sometimes they do. Yes, depending on. That's funny. You saying that, and I just watched this show called The Presidio the other day with Sean Connery and what's the dude's name? Mark Harmon? No, that's not Mark Harmon. Yes, it is Mark Harmon. And the one big dude who plays Bull Hurley in Over the Top with Stallone starts messing with Sean Connery, and Sean Connery's, I'm gonna use my right hand. I'm not gonna use my left hand because I don't want to kill you. And he beats up the dude with just his thumb. It was a great scene, hilarious, but. You know, it teaches you. I mean, and at the time, I don't know, he was like 40, probably 40, 50 in the show. But still, defying the odds. Doing things that people say you can't do. All right? Being an entrepreneur. I'm defying the odds. Okay? Oh, you're not going to do that. You don't have the persistence to sit there. You know, Brandon, you're not going to make it. You might as well just get a job doing trade work. You can do that. You can build houses. You can do that. You said you like to work with wood. You should just do that. You're not going to succeed in this. I'm defying all the odds. You know how I know? Got a little over 8,000 followers. I'm in about 67 countries right now. I would say I'm doing pretty goddamn good at defying the odds. Okay? I've had people show interest in, hey, Brandon, what are you doing with this? I've got to get back to them. You know? Define the odds. It's not, that is, I would say, that's like a second or third reward. Like, why are you doing something? But define those odds is kind of goes hand in hand with proving these people wrong. Okay? It's right up there. And what did I tell you when you do prove them wrong and you start making those millions? People are going to come out of the work. Man, I always knew you could do it, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I used to, I was there. I supported you from the beginning, man. I was there. I knew you had it. I knew it, man. I told everyone. Really? Because like they say, what do they say? It's been showing up on TikTok, and I thought I saved it, but I don't know how to find all my saved stuff on TikTok yet. But it's like, nobody got my attention. Yeah. Nobody cares about what you're doing. They don't care until you succeed. Nobody cares what you're going through. Nobody cares about your life is spared. Oh, boo-hoo. Nobody cares. Oh, you're doing this? Nobody cares. Granted, the people in that circle that you have will probably be the ones that care. Like I said, your family should. They should be up front and support you. Why do you think I'm calling some of my family out on the lives? They should be liking every episode I put out, every post, boom, boom, boom. They should all be on my YouTube page. Yes, and I'm calling them out right now because I know a lot of them aren't. But I'm defying the odds. Hell, I think I defy the odds when I'm getting more people overseas that talk and engage with me than I do have over here in the States. I find it hilarious. It's awesome, but it's hilarious. You know? But, define. Doing things that you weren't supposed to be able to do, that you were supposed to fail at. Sometimes there are those of us when, how do I want to say this, when the pressure is on, and everyone thinks, oh, they're not going to do it, they're not going to do it, he doesn't have this skill, he doesn't possess this skill, and then all of a sudden you just think, boop, and that top comes off, and it just come out, and there they are. You know? You never should judge somebody by what they're going through, because you don't know what they're capable of when put to the point when all they have left to do is just be a beast. That's their only course of action, is to just be a beast. Granted, some of them are prairie dogs or skunks. You know, they're not all bears, lions, wolves, okay? Oh, yes. You know what I mean? But you shouldn't be, because a lot of the times you're going to see when that pressure hits, there's only one course of action, and that's just to be a beast. Your last resort is just strength, and you barrel through. You defy all the odds, and then everybody goes, damn. And then their tune changes immediately. They go from one side to the other, and all of a sudden you're their best friend. You know? So, all right, what do we got here? Careers and meeting. Yeah, I don't know where he's at. He's supposed to be here. Is he on? Him and his little midget brother. His oh, let's see. Do. I don't know if that's him. Where is he? Oh, he was on 30 minutes ago. He was on. I don't know where he's at now. That was Kenny. Where's the other one? And Tony was on 8 minutes ago. So they hiding. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. But, no, I mean, it's... You defy the odds, okay? So you're going. Like I said, you set those weekly milestones, and you're building steam up. You're building that momentum towards forging a better you, or towards reaching that goal where you're making money off your passion, right? Boom. Because when you start making money off your passion, it's not work, okay? That's one of those things where you don't feel you need to take a vacation from. You just take a vacation just for the shit of it. You know what? I'll just be lazy, you know? Because, like I've been asked, well, Brandon, don't you think that all this is work? I mean, you're doing it all yourself. You're doing the editing. I said, nope. What do you mean, no? I said, don't edit. I said, I raw dog it over here, okay? This is all we do. I said, I give you one, boom. This is it. It's live. It's in the raw. I said, I got no reason to edit. Well, why not? I said, because the last time I had to edit 6 seconds, it took me, 3.5, 4 hours, maybe even longer, to edit 6 seconds. I said, fuck that. I'm going to raw dog it from now on. That's it. Okay? You know? And you sit there and you go, no. Finding content, this is great. You know why it's not work to find content? Because there's only one other person, kind of more so really that I know of, that has out there right now what I'm turning this into. Nobody else. Nobody. Okay? So I would consider him a colleague. You know, any information, any knowledge I can absorb or gain from him is only great for me. It is. You know, it's not hard. I sit on the computer and I look at things. Well, what about no? Really? I love to talk. For anybody that knows me, or especially that grew up with me, I love to talk. I'm set. I love to make sure that everybody's motivated. I love to make sure everybody's laughing. They're having a good time whilst being productive. Okay? I hear the negative in anything I've ever done, and my mouth opens up louder than it normally is, and I bite off its head, and I just, no. My passion is work. Leg, foot, arm. What the fuck? What does that mean? Leg, foot, arm? What about body and head? What? You forgot the rest of the body parts. There's only one leg, one foot, and one arm. Where's the other arm and the other leg? Where's the body? Where's the head? Oh, excuse me. But no, once you start doing your passion, you found your thing that makes you happy. It's not work. Okay? And you now, granted, there are some people that will sit there and want, oh, you want to do like, all right, when I first decided to do a podcast, podcast, you're not just going to get on and make some content and then make $1 million. And I said, how are you still doing it with that shitty ass negative attitude you got? No wonder nobody listens to you. You're not making money and you're thinking of quitting. And they stop and they get that glaze over look, and it's like all the light bulbs in the world just went off above their head. And then they just stop talking to you because you just smacked them with a whole legal book of truth 4 times. You know, don't be a dick. It's how it is. You know, it's don't come at me trying to cut me down because I have fun doing this. I don't find it difficult. Okay? I find it a little rough not making the content, but figuring out how to monetize. Especially with that friend of mine that just dropped $10,000 on 3 sessions with her mentor just so she can make 20 G's a month. Woo! Woo! And I love how she said it. It's a no-brainer. And I'm going, 10,000? Damn! You know? But, hey, God bless her. She's kicking ass. She's taking names. She's doing great things. I just bit my tongue again. Motherfucker. But, no, you know what? I thought this page had more anything else about defying the odds. You know? But there's nothing. I mean, there's about defying, and that's just not obeying something. And yeah, that's we don't want that. I don't want that. That's nah, I'm fucking it up, but I'm learning. There you go. I'm fucking up. Good evening, Roberto. Oh, beating the odds means someone has shown the determination to keep working and striving to accomplish some end goal in spite of what appears to be overwhelming factors. This is true. When you think that someone's going to quit or it's just too much that, they're not going to make the can. They got to do this, and somebody just outlines like 4 or 5 different obstacles that they have to get through just to pull ahead, and then they smash through that on top of that, and they put a ton of money in their pocket, pay off their workers if they got them, you know, or they get their circle paid, right? Because you got to have that circle. We can only go so far. You're going to have to reach out and ask for help for something. You're going to need help in one form or another. Versus if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to need help with media. Okay? You're going to need help with the computer, with sound. All right? And hopefully you can get a guy that does the sound or the computer is one guy. Sometimes you need 2. Right? But you can always succeed. Overcome that. And you can just sit there and you raise each other up. Now, is it hard? Like I said, with just about everything that we talked about this week. between transitions on Monday, fate or free will on Tuesday, changing your stripes on Wednesday, moving to greatness yesterday. You're defying the odds. You're doing things. I'll bring up last night's, single parents. They're defying the odds. Most of the time, people expect the single parents to fail. Why? Because a lot of the times, the parents go nuts when it's just them because they can't handle the kid. Albeit sometimes there are parents that do that because they should have never had the kid in the beginning. But sometimes we get positive notes on that, and the parent rises above what the expectation was, what the odds were placed on her or him. Okay? They raise up, they say, all right, I got this. And they kick ass. They level up. Sometimes it becomes too much. And they think about giving up. And that's why I love that saying. I was going to give up. I was thinking about giving up. But then I remembered who was watching. And that's me. You're right there. Like I said, you start giving up and on doing stuff. If you're a parent, or let alone a single parent, but a parent nonetheless, you start showing your kid that it's okay to give up. There's no reason they're going to defy the odds. I mean, if that's all they know, that's it. Until someone comes around in their life and goes, hey, you don't have to be like that. You could level up. You could raise yourself up here. Meanwhile, because of what you kind of sort of ipso facto didn't teach your kid, they've had to go about life and creating their character and their personality in a way that no kid should, but some do, through adversity and just gumption, And albeit life shouldn't be easy. You should have some obstacles to go through. But some of this that I'm watching or I'm seeing that I see on here is just like, no. Oh, sorry. That, like I said, bit the side of my tongue today. It sucks. 4 times? What a kick in the balls. Oh, but no, it really, it is. I think people are so much stronger than they realize, but they sit there. I am dead. They sit there and they just I had a kid at 16, support 7 kids with a blended family, kicking ass. There you go. All right. I like that with a partner too. Don't use that word grindy, man. Come on, that means to wither down until there's nothing left. Find a better word than grinding. I hate that word. I'm on the grind, man. I'm grinding, always on the grind. So you're whittling yourself down till there's nothing left, and then when you succeed, what? You're just gonna come on. Find a better word. How about always hustling? My partner hustles too. My partner kicks ass. Yeah, Come on. I hate that word. And I did. I remember, and I did. I used to hear it all the time, and I almost started using it. I was like, on the grind. Wait, what does that mean? I said, I know what grinding is, like a grinder tool. You're shaving things out. So I went and looked, and I said, and it says, and I whittle away to the, you're nothing, and I'm going, and they're using this as a word and motivation to build. I'm on the grind. And when I make it, there's going to be nothing left of me. I'm going to sit in a chair and just, and that's it. No! No. No. Just no. But no, it's, I love and I get a kick out of seeing people defy the odds. Okay? I just do. I feed off of that energy. And it's like fuel. I use it as fuel. I was like, look, I'm doing this. This kid did this, and this, and this. And boom. Okay? Case in point, let's just do this. The people in wheelchairs. When I see a person in a wheelchair with no legs, doing pull-ups, and I go, Minga Brandon, you lazy bastard, get up there and do some pull-ups. And I've got it. That's my one exercise I can't do right now with pull-ups. Oh, so bad, so bad. But my my response to myself in that is, listen, right now I weigh 260 pounds, right? So if I jump up and I start doing pull-ups now while I'm 260, when I go down to 210, that's 50 pounds off right there. I'm going to be that much more stronger. That's how I get myself around it and motivate myself with that. You do it now. Wait till you lose this weight. And you're not trying to pull 260 pounds. You know? I did it before when I was at 270. I could probably, it still wasn't very good. I can give you about 15, which was hilarious because they would sit there. I had people that, at the time, my max bench was, even though I was told I was doing it wrong, because I could do 3 sets, 8 reps, 10 reps, and 12 reps of 325 pounds. Boom. A set of 8. Then a set of 10. Then a set of 12. Well, you're not doing it right, man. You should be doing. You could put more. You might be able to get to like 375, 400. I go, probably. But I don't need to throw 400 pounds around. I said I need to only throw about 325 pounds around. The show's about defying the odds. So when a big bastard can throw the weight up, they go, all right, you want to go? We can go like this. Let's make a bet. And then they choose pull-ups. And I'm doing this. Look, I got 15. I was dead. I lost, and that was fine. And it was right around that time where I started saying, all right, you've got to change this. And it was more or less the odds in here, okay? Because I was like, it was me like, oh, I hate lifting myself up myself. I could sit there and I'll just get on a bench and I'll push the thing, but the odds were against me in my head. And I was just, why? So I was like, all right. And I call myself, hey, fat ass. Even though I wasn't. It was a wall, okay? But it was like, this was when I was 270. All right, you push that bar, 325, like it's nothing. Okay? Pull your big ass up in the air. You do this when you're 270 pounds. Wait till you get to that weight of 210, because it's been 210 for a while. That was my goal weight. Wait till you get to 210. I said, you're going to be able to throw yourself all over the place. So, sometimes the odds are things we've put in our own heads. Sometimes the odds are coming from somewhere else, from someone else. You're not gonna make it. You're terrible. You're not good enough. Blah 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 blah. All that negative just thrown at you, right? Good evening, Quinn. But it's so much sweeter when you succeed, and not only sweet for you, but when you succeed, you're gonna have your confidence is gonna be so built up that you're immediately going to want to share with other people. You're going to want to help. I did this. If I can do it, you can do it. And then it's just used. And then it gets compounded. And then boom. And then it moves over. Boom, boom, boom. Granted, not all the time because most of you are selfish. But hey, we got to start somewhere. Be the change you want to see. You want to hear it? Be the change you want to see. Okay, what's this? There we go. But no, it's. I like that I've seen people just struggling against the odds. I don't like sorry, that came out wrong. I like to see the ones that have been struggling, that have been going through little problems, have been having rough times, when all of a sudden they sit down, they take a breather. Okay? And they figure out, instead of just go, 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 they make a plan of attack. And then they're gone and they take off. and they just start kicking ass left and right. They're accomplishing this goal, accomplishing that goal, going right through any obstacles they have, and boom, they're good. You know what I mean? And it really is phenomenal to watch. I get such a kick out of it. It's great. But we all have it in us to defy whatever odds we might be going through. Okay? I know a lot of us, oh, whatever, just some bullshit, I can't know. Sometimes people just have rough lives. Yes, but they can choose to not have a rough life. Okay? They can choose to not sit around and bitch and complain. They can choose to do something. They can choose to forge a better version of themselves. They can choose to level up. Okay? You can choose. You have a choice. Okay? I know we see a lot of things. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. No. You have a choice to live a life that you choose to live. Whatever the odds are stacked against you. You all have it right in there to overcome anything. Now, granted, I know, like I said, we can only, I did say that, well, we can only get so far. No. In maybe what we're trying to do, yes, but it is ourselves, in growing and leveling up in ourselves, that's all you, baby. That is all you. You can do that. You don't need anybody else to help to change you. Okay, the other people that come in for like the support, it helps if you're going through something, but you have all the strength you need right into you. Now, when we switch over to finding that passion and building that up, becoming an entrepreneur, starting your own business, then that's when your circle comes into play. Okay, I mean, yes, they could always be there for you. Hey, you need us, we're here, but you really take use of that when you're trying to do that. So, I mean, unless you now, and that being said, I have seen where somebody was up, and then they hit a bad patch, and they went down a little bit. And then that circle helps to pick them back up, or her up. You know, if she's going through some bad things after a breakup, I know that can kick people in the balls, or in the couche. And just knock them down a couple pegs. And it sucks. But let me tell you, if those odds are stacked against you, and you sit there and you just you see, you look up, and you've got a clear picture of your path of what you want to accomplish, and you go hand over foot, just sit there, and you're just going up, and shit's coming at you, and you're just and you're just kicking everything's ass, and you're hitting those goals, boom, those milestones, you're smacking the shit out of them, up, and then you just break through that ceiling, and boom, the world's at your fingertips, and you could have everything you want, and it's so sweet, that sensation of coming out on top, of defying and getting through all the odds, all the bullshit, all the negativity. I'm going to tell you what, it's almost euphoric. It's pretty much very close to it. Just sitting there, just euphoric. I did this. Yeah, you might have had a little bit of help. Somebody might have given you a couple of advice, but you did it. They can only give you advice. They can't push you up. They can't force you to do it. You have to find it in yourself to kick ass. Raise yourself up. You'll have people that will stand with you. Ups and downs most of the time. You hope you do. You know? But for you, you want to get somewhere, you got to fight for it. Tooth and nail. That's why I said, and I've been hearing this all through the internet. You know, you're doing this? Be a beast. Be a monster. But be respectful. You could do that. You could be a respectful beast. That's just a personality. Boom, boom, boom. And people say, well, then you're trying to dominate. No. I'm just going after what I want. I'm not hurting you. Just because I want to be better has no... Me being better or me wanting to be better should have no effect on you at all. Okay? And I'm not going to diminish or lessen in size myself and what I want to do, my goals, because either you don't like your life or you suck at life and you just want to be miserable. Okay? I'm not. I won't. And the people that, if I consider you a friend, I won't agree with that. And I'll argue with you and I'll bust your balls. You know? But I tell you, if I don't bust your balls, that means I don't like you at all. If I don't ever, throw a couple jabs in there, I can't stand you. I consider you an oxygen thief. But, oh, did he come on? I just looked down and saw this. I saw him, but then he disappeared, so I'm probably going to get some, some excuse. Oh, it was a little, I was jumping around, it was buffering. But, no, I like to see people defy the odds because it tells me you could learn a lot about somebody when they're defying the odds, okay? It tells you, one, about their character. They're just not going to give up and quit. They're going to persevere, okay? It shows the strength of their character. They're not easily dissuaded from what they want. That their foundation is solid. It's not shaky, okay? Their beliefs are solidified, okay? They don't just sell themselves out or sell their friends out for a little bit of for a little taste of the good life. You know what I mean? It really is. If I can only say what I'm saying. If you haven't seen somebody who's defied all the odds and still came back, it's phenomenal, and it lets you know you're still alive. What's the dudes I know did timer doing better than me? That's awesome. That's awesome, man. And see that's a whole nother thing. That's because it's either, depending on what they went in for, they're like, it's just like all the doors are just shut automatically against them. So they usually end up doing trade work and having to start a business and then having to prove, like doubly prove on, to everybody that they can do this. Sometimes they've got to double prove to themselves that they can make it, that they're worthy of living a good life. I've talked to a few of them. Experience that gave them a drive, which we had. Yeah. Well, not always. Not always. They just know what's on the other side a little more clear than you do. That's all it is. Believe me, that they know what's waiting if you don't act, how do I say this? If you're not on the up and up and you're a decent member of society, they know what's right around the corner. Okay? On the same time, they also know that unless we find the fountain of youth, you only have one life. And you want to squander it doing that, they know what the ugly side looks like. That's the ugly side. They know. First-hand experience. They don't want to go back. Well, at least I hope they don't want to go back there. But no, they know. And they have, on top of that, it's not a drive that we wish we had. They've got that ugliness drive going, oh, hell no, come on, let's go. So on top of, I'm going to get this, they got somebody on the side over there that's just constantly, you don't want to end up this, you don't want to end up this. So sometimes that voice can get a little too much. You're like, all right, I get it. And it can upset them. So they just have to focus, But let me tell you, I'm every night, like I've said before, people are asking me, if you're not doing this and this and this, then why are you even bothering? It's like every night I'm looking on the computer, all right, how can I do this? How are ways that I can reach more people? How are ways that I can monetize? The monetizing thing's proven a little difficult for me, but it's all right. It's okay. I'm calm. I'm not worried. I'm not frustrated. I'm just going to continue to look for answers, you know? Hey, Tom, 10,000 ways how not to get that light bulb going. And then at 10,001 way, boom, he figured it out. So if I have to go 10,000 pages of how not to do something, and then I figure it out, I'm good. I'm good. You know, I'm set. I'm looking, as you see, I got black buttons right here, right? And if I change my eyes and I look over different parts of the screen and I look back down, I'm seeing flashing. The white spots are flashing green or black, and it's hilarious. It's tripping my eyes out. Oh, funny. You know? But no, that's being able to defy the odds. And feeling that power you have inside of you that you did it. You had this and this and this against you, and you still came out on top. You still made something of yourself. You're happy. You're not going anywhere, you know, for your friends. They're not going back. They're set. I'm good. I just keep doing my thing. My nose is clean. Boom. I got money in my pocket, money in the bank. Life is good. You know? So that's, you know, define. I've seen it, and I can only, like I said, I can only talk about it. Elon Musk said, spend an hour a day on something you want to be a master of, or be master at, and you will succeed. Huh. I wonder, was that an interview he did? When did he say that? Because I've been trying to, I like listening to what he says. He's got some funny stuff that he says in his own little peculiar way. I like how he says a lot of the stuff that he does say. He's, hey, he's a billionaire. You can't say, oh, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, you know? Ouch. Ooh, that was a bloody one. But, you know, even though, like I said, even though we're talking about defying the odds, all right? That doesn't mean you got to defy you're going to win the next day, okay? It's going to take some time. You do things, okay? You succeed at your own pace. Don't ever let anybody rush you and you got to succeed now. No. Do your thing. Make sure all your bases are covered. Everything is ready to set up in case you become under attack. You know how to respond in kind. Okay? Succeed at your own rate, at your speed, and your time frame. Okay? It's just better that way. This way you don't feel rushed. You don't feel you've forgotten anything. You don't lose out on any experience or knowledge. Pretty sure it was him, but the logic makes sense. In your lane of forge yourself. What? You think Elon Musk says that succeed at your own time? I forget what he said. I forget if he did say it. I know it was one of the billionaires that said it. I just forget which one. Or it might actually, no. No, it was, it wasn't Elon. It was, Jay-Z. That's who said it. I was watching something. Jay-Z said it. That's who said it. It was Jay-Z that said, you know, you succeed at your own rate, and your timeline. Do it according to you. Don't let anybody rush you and try to, you know, blow up faster than you're ready for, because that's when you make mistakes. That's what, you know, that's what it was. Jay-Z. That's who it was. And I'm sitting there looking at him I'm thinking, I'm listening, and then I watched it again. And then I watched it again, and I'm like, man, that's pretty powerful stuff. You know. Yes, it was Jay-Z that said it. Hey, you can't. Good evening, LC. You can't hold anything against him. He did what he did. He's a billionaire, man. Not the hour a day. No, I'm talking about the succeed. I mean, you got to keep up. Stop drinking. If you're drinking, stop. Succeed at your own rate. That's what I'm talking about. Not the hour a day thing. But I believe it would probably be something he said. Him or what's the other one? Bezos. One of those two might have said it. I'm talking about to succeed at your own rate. You got to keep up. Come on, man. Your brain's got to be quicker. You're not as old as I am. Your brain should be like this, buddy. Come on, man. Oh. But no, you're not my. Oh. But no, it really is. It really is defying the odds. You know, it really is. Like I'm looking at. All right, so right now, as I've said before, you guys, that I'm always telling everybody go to YouTube, the Forge2.0 YouTube channel, subscribe and like. You'll find all the episodes there, and you'll have a great time. It's win-win, okay? You get to watch hilarity and open your eyes and go, damn, he's right. I get my followers over to YouTube, so I'm able to stream from YouTube, okay? It's win-win, right? Not doing so hot in that area right now. I'll admit it. I'm man enough to say it. So I signed up for this 1,000 YouTube people in a month. This challenge. I go through, it's a 5-day masterclass, and they put this stuff online. You know, you could live stuff that you can watch. So I'm doing that, and I'm doing against the odds, because when it comes to computers, I mean, I can search things and I can watch things, but as far as like doing any of that stuff on there, it's like this. I'm like this. So I've got to learn. So I'm defying the odds right now. Oh, but Minga, I do see what time it is. But no, so I'm defying my odds on doing this 1,000 1,000 followers on YouTube challenge, right? That's that's become a new goal this year. So the goals now are double how many countries I'm being seen in, and monetize and actually start bringing in the millions of dollars for the show, and growing my YouTube following. So even though it kind of goes hand to hand, because if I'm being watched in right now, it's at like 65, 67 countries. So by the end of the year, if I'm in 120, obviously I'm going to be listening to, I'm going to have more people following me. You know what I mean? Go you find people to spend, you will succeed. All right, I'll Google it. But, like I said, define the odds, overcoming the adversity when people think you're not going to make it, that you're not good enough. Woo! Yes, you're succeeding for yourself because you want to succeed. You have a right to succeed. But when you do succeed, and people have just looked down on you and they said you weren't going to make it, it makes it that much more sweeter when you do. It's like you accomplishing something for yourself and not having somebody else give it to you. All right, instead of them giving it and you make it yourself, it's 10 times sweeter than it ever could be with someone just giving you something. So we have run out of time. Oh yeah. Oh Jesus, we have run out of time. I want to thank everybody that stopped by. Matt, always a pleasure. You know what it is. I'm going to have to get on the other two and mess with them. Listen to the excuses they got for not showing up. Bunch of pussies. But no, I want everybody, go to the YouTube channel, Forge 2.0. Subscribe and like. All right? Like I said, it's win-win. You get entertainment and your eyes opened, and hopefully your mind change in mindset. I get followers. See, it's win-win. You help me, I help you. See how that works? But go to YouTube. Go to Forge 2.0. Subscribe and like. But I am appreciative of everyone that has signed up so far and has made their way over. Even just if you're just on here watching and commenting, I do want you to be able to comment more. I'm not going to push. Don't be so shy. You can speak. All right? I will talk back to you. But no, I hope everybody finished those weekly milestones. I hope you're one week closer to reaching your goal. I wanted to just say thanks. You have no idea how grateful I am that everybody has come on, and they join the show and they come by. So have a great weekend. I want you to make sure you take time out for yourself. I mean, away from everything. Take time to recuperate and rest up. Learn a skill. Read a book. Thanks, man. I'm glad to hear it. But, no, have a good weekend and get ready for next week. We got more great stuff coming on Forge 2.0. The wake-up calls are just going to get wilder and more in your face. Great things are happening. I'm telling you, you're going to want to be there. Say, you know what? I was there when he first started. You're going to want to be part of the team on the ground floor once the show blows up. You're going to want to. I'm telling you, you're going to want to. All right, everybody, have a great night. Have a great weekend. Brandon out.